Language is my playground and ADHD is my lens. I'm Hiba Bayat, the ADHD linguist and coach. Around here we explore words, worlds and wiring with curiosity, compassion and the occasional tangent. Because growth is messy, meaning is layered and shift really does happen. Hello everyone and welcome to the ADHD Linguist. As linguists, words are our work. We spend our days choosing them carefully, shaping meaning, adjusting tone. But some of the most powerful words we deal with are the ones no one else hears, the words we say to ourselves. So what is self-talk? Self-talk is the running commentary in your head. It's how you explain things to yourself, how you make sense of mistakes, and how you respond when something feels hard. For many people with ADHD, that inner voice can be harsh, not because we're unkind people, but because of what we've heard over time. Where does harsh self-talk come from? Many ADHD adults grow up hearing the same messages again and again. Focus, try harder, why didn't you just start earlier? You had so much potential. Over time, those voices can move inside. They turn into an internal script. That script often sounds critical, impatient, or disappointed. It's not motivation, it's pressure. And because it comes from inside your own mind, it can sound convincing. How this feels like day to day. That inner voice might say things like, I should have done this already. Why can't I get it together? I always mess this up. This is not a lack of care. It's often the result of being very aware of what you want to do, but struggling to do it consistently. That gap can be painful. So why are we linguists so good at noticing this? As linguists, we already understand something important. Language is not just words. It's tone, its context, and its intention. We adjust how we speak depending on who we are talking to, but most of us never stop to notice how we speak to ourselves. Here is a simple question that can help. Ask yourself, if I said this out loud to someone I care about, would it sound kind? Often, the answer is no. That's not something to feel guilty about, it's something to notice, because awareness creates choice. So let's retranslate self-talk. Changing self-talk is not about lying to yourself. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about keeping the meaning, but changing the tone. For example, instead of, I'm behind, try, I'm moving at my brain's pace. Instead of, I always mess this up, try, I'm learning what works for me. These are not excuses. They are accurate, but kinder. Why this helps? The way you speak to yourself affects how safe your brain feels. When the inner voice is harsh, the nervous system stays on alert. That makes focus, planning, and problem solving harder. When the inner voice is more supportive, the brain has more space to function. Kindness does not reduce accountability, it increases capacity. In the earlier episodes, I talked about silence, misinterpretation, and emotional reactions. Self-talk sits underneath all of that. It shapes how we interpret silence, how we read feedback, how we recover from difficult moments. It's the internal language that colors everything else. A simple pause you can use. When you notice self-criticism, pause for a moment. Ask, what am I trying to tell myself right now? Then ask, can I say this in a way that helps rather than hurts? You do not need perfect words, just softer ones. Language is not only how we communicate with others, it's how we relate to ourselves. And like any language, it can be learnt, it can be adjusted, and it can change over time. You don't need to silence your inner voice. You just need to stop letting it speak to you in a way that causes harm. One kinder sentence at a time is enough. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. You've been listening to the ADHD Linguist, where words, worlds, and wiring meet. I'm Hiba Bayat, and I hope this episode left you a little more curious, a little more kind to your brain, and a lot more you. Until next time, keep noticing, keep learning, and remember, shift really does happen.